Alrighty, so take 3 here. I today experienced the first time that and please, if you're watching this, I'm not using any names, I'm not using anything. I experienced the first time that somebody was affected by me being flaky. And I don't think it would have affected them if I had like a droopy face or something that they could see that I'm obviously sick. I try so hard to be positive, it's so hard to be happy, it's so hard to be well. And one of those ways is by keeping up the way that I look for my husband and for myself and everything. And I'm growing out my hair. So my one of the people I go to for my hair, and I really love the way that she does my hair. I had an appointment with her today at 9, and I completely understand how frustrating it must be to be stood up, because I mean, like, that's like $100 she would have gotten, and time she would have had with her family, or rescheduled someone else for the time that I was supposed to be there. But this morning I crashed after going to Charity's house and plane ride, whatever, and I seriously crashed, and I couldn't go. But I really wanted to go because I want to look pretty for Cedric when he comes home. I'll find someone else to do my hair. It's not that big of a deal. There's how many hairdressers in St. George? But he's coming home on Monday. He's been in Germany for 2 weeks. Anyway, so she texted me, and it was 1 o'clock by the time I texted her, because it was the first time I saw her message at like 9:25 saying, "Hey, what's the ETA?" And I was like, and I responded saying, "I'm so sorry, I crashed and I didn't make it. I'm really sorry." And she replied, and I'm grateful she replied, because now I understand how hairdressers and people who make their money through appointments feel. I should already know since I'm studying massage therapy, but I also have a brain injury, so I don't always see people on the same level. But she told me, honestly, Helena, I'm really frustrated, and next time if you schedule, I need 24 hours notice to cancel, or else I'll charge you. And that's fine. I get it. However, I can never give anyone 24 hours notice. I wish I could give myself 24 hours notice. If Heavenly Father would let me have 24 hours notice before I had a crash or a migraine or something like that, I would be the most grateful brain injured person in the world. But I can't. So I just told her, well, how about instead, when you have extra time that you need filled, give me a call. Or I'll give you a call when I need it, and let me know if it went on a good day, and let me know if you have time or not. And we'll work it out that way. She was not trying to be mean. She wasn't mean. She was nice. I'm so grateful that she told me. But it made me really sad, because it made me wish that I had like droopy face syndrome from the stroke, or that I still couldn't walk very good, or just something, so that people know that I'm sick. Because I'm sick. I'm always sick. I try to be happy. I am happy when I'm happy. Because I choose to be happy despite being sick and in pain. But I wanted to be pretty. Not that I don't think I'm pretty, but I mean, Cedric, I haven't seen him in 2 weeks, and I wanted to be especially pretty for him. And I'll find a way. I'll go to the hair school, or I'll find someone else who's good and go. And it's okay. And you know who you are if you're watching this, and I really hope you're not watching this. And then I texted all the other people who I have flaked out on, who have this similar kinds of jobs, and they replied saying, I know it actually is frustrating, but I understand your circumstance, and it's okay. So whenever you can give me notice, otherwise I understand. But their job is different, and it doesn't take 2 or 3 hours to do, and it's different. But I love you for telling me, and I'm sorry to my friends and my family, my husband, my work, who I consistently flake on due to my headaches or my sleeping or anxiety or depression. I'm sorry. And I'm working on it. I'm working on it with everything I have. Absolutely everything I have. I want to be new. And I believe that through Christ I can be new. I believe through Christ I already am stronger because of this trial. But I want to be normal. I don't know what that is, but I want to find my normal, which includes flakiness. I never want to flake on anybody ever again. I know I will, but eventually I really hope that I can get things under control enough to just never flake again. I had so much fun in Chicago visiting my little sister, and thank you, it was so much fun. And today I went into work despite feeling crappy. That right there shows progress, right? I was there for about an hour and a half for a meeting, and Lex, my big brother, I love him, and Anna, my big sister, I just love them. People don't see me break down very often, but I let them in on my little secret that I am not strong, and I am vulnerable, and I need a lot of help. And Lex gave me a blessing and helped me know that Heavenly Father is proud of me. In fact, he even mentioned that he's proud of my vlogging. And I believe that. I love Heavenly Father. I love Jesus. He also mentioned that I need to remember that not only Jesus has gone through what I've gone through, but so has Heavenly Father. In order to be who He is, He's experienced everything that Jesus has experienced. And when I talk to Him, He gets it as much as Jesus gets it. So I'm gonna stay strong. I'm not offended. I'm sad. And I want you to know that if you're watching this. And I love you. I'm thankful that you're my friend. And we'll continue to be friends. And I'll still call you every once in a while because you're my favorite hairstylist. Anyway. Alrighty, well, that's really all I had to say. I went to Smith's and bought myself some flowers to make myself feel better. And I'm going to go clean up the table so they look pretty on it, and it's going to work. Can I say right now, thank you, Charity, for letting me have the best week I've had in 4 years. And to Nage, my nanny who came with me, who made that trip just an amazing vacation for me, for the boys, for charity, to my mom and dad who let me stay at their house. And my mom, she scrubbed my house for me while I was gone, and my sisters who just endlessly, the list goes on and on and on, people who help and support me after 4 freaking years of hell. And I don't know how many more years it's gonna be. I keep on getting better strictly by understanding myself more. I don't know if my brain is getting better. My headaches aren't getting better, but I am getting better at understanding them and knowing how to help them without drugs. However, I think that I have developed a little bit of a habit of sleeping through my pain, and I might as well be on drugs, because the reason I didn't want to be on drugs is because I wanted to be present around my children. If I'm sleeping, that doesn't count. But starting in a couple of weeks, when Cedric comes home, I'll be home with the boys twice a week, and I'm feeling the call to come back home and be a mommy. So excited about that. I love them, and I'm a good mom. They love me, and Cedric is such a good dad, and I support everything he does. I'm so grateful that he gets to have these 2 weeks with his family in Germany. I can't imagine. I lived in Germany for 3 years, but my mom and dad were there so often that I can't imagine being away from my family so much. And I'm grateful that he does that for me and for the boys. It's for his career, of which he loves, and that in itself is such a blessing. So many people are stuck in jobs that they hate, and they do it just because, but Cedric loves his job, and he's good at his job, and I love him. He's handsome, and how many computer geeks do you know that can build a house with their own hands? Or their favorite pastime is gardening. We don't have a garden, but once we have land, we will, and he loves it. And I just don't know any computer geeks that do that. And he does, so I'm grateful. I love my church. I want a calling. So Bishop, if you're listening, I want to be called into the young women's. I love young women, and I influence young women. I would love that. Anyway, if you're not listening, Heavenly Father, I want to influence young women. Everybody who watches this, generally, I know you, and I love you. And I will talk to you later.